Alrighty, well, we're going to start working on mounting the body. We made the body mounts and we made it in another video, so we'll get that one up, posted, hopefully next couple days. But the next video that we're going to make is mounting the body, centering the body on the truck or on the frame. Hopefully it won't take too long, but we'll see. The body mounts turned out perfect. Like, couldn't ask for a better plan to come together on that, a design. And we'll get us a video going of the body mount and get it posted up for you guys. Just watch out for this truck videos. Okay, what you're about to see here is a time lapse of us trying to center the cab on the frame. What we were originally going to do was take and run this 2x4 across the jack stands and then set it back down on the 2x4. But once we got it in there, and since the 2x4 and the jack stand was too far out in front, that the 2x4 was bending, and the gap between the frame and the cab was just too big. We didn't want to leave it that high because we wanted to try to mimic the space that the bushing was going to create between the mount and the cab. So we ditched the 2x4 ideas, and then we slid the jack stands up and we just set it right under the cross members within the cab. Once we like that, we're going to move around to the other side here and do the same thing to the other side. The frustrating part about the whole thing was the rolly cart. The rolly cart had the way we built it, it's got 4 casters under it, and once we get to the point to where we try to center the frame under the cab, since it was solid and sitting on the jack stands, the 4 casters would fight each other. So we'd try to move the frame a little bit to the left, in which that caster would fight the front caster and would throw the front measurements off. So we eventually took the rolly cart out, but the camera cut off. We didn't get the whole process of getting it centered. We're measuring the front right there to make sure it's the same distance or the same height off the floor from corner to corner there on the front. And as you see the cart, we tried to push it, then we'd move it around, and then the frame being heavier in the back, it would rock. It just, frustration was setting in pretty bad. Kind of glad it cut out so you couldn't see our frustration in the video. And what we're trying to do here is get the frame to center between the corners of the cab. And the piece of wood Luca has in his hands, we end up setting it on the frame so the cab wouldn't slide all the way back against the uprights. So it left us some space back there. But what we eventually end up doing was taking and setting the jack, or taking the engine hoist and wrapping it through the trailer hitch that we welded there, and lifted it up so it would put pressure against the cab. And then we set the jack under the front and did the same thing. So we were able to take the frame and smack it with a hammer to get it centered around.
I guess you can explain it.
Alright, what we're doing is we're cutting you got the channel right here that the body mounts that we're going to mount the body to. But what we got to do is cut this out because the original body mounts are actually in our way, and the nut plate's still in there. So we're cutting out this. The floor has to be replaced anyway, so we're going to cut this out so I can grind that nut plate away, and then go in and mount the mount on the bottom so we can drill a hole. We might have to weld the hole up to make it all work. Not sure yet, but we're about to find out. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not. If you can see it or not, but there's the nut plate. So I got to grind it out of the way. Because it's the way the body mount's coming up now, it comes right up through half of it. So to get the body mounted today, so we can measure for bolts, we got to grind this off. Woo! Right there. See where we ground it out. See that one there still got the original nut plate. We're going to leave that in there for now. We had to grind this out because when we drill the hole, it's going to be about halfway of that. So we'll drill the hole, get the mounts mounted today, and then I'll probably weld in a plate and re-drill the hole later. But all we're trying to do is just get everything mounted so we can measure for bolts. we're there. Pretty rough mounting the body. Actually, I didn't think it'd be that bad. What messed us up was the original body mounts holes were in the way, and they had nut plates on the inside. We had to cut the floor, go in there and grind them out, and weld up the hole, drill back through the weld. The welder we ran out of wire, so we had to go buy wire, and we bought the bolts to mount it. And right now it's mounted. The cab is mounted, done for mounting purposes. We got so excited that we jumped in and put the motor and the grill shell on it just to see how it looked. So yeah, pretty good day, I guess. Took way longer than I estimated. We figured we'd have it done in an hour, but it didn't happen that way. So we're gonna try to get this video edited as soon as we can and get it out there to you guys, because it's gonna be between this and the 4-wheeler. Is what our channel's gonna start coming off on. Like I said, stay tuned for our actual build plan and scope for the truck and for our trip, father-son trip, after we get it built. Like, it's either going between Lucas junior and senior year, or it might be just his senior trip after he graduates that we take off in this thing. And like I said, we're going to make a whiteboard, a calendar, something that'll give us an overview so you guys know what we're doing. We had to order a front spring for it. Hopefully we can be working on the front cross member here soon and getting the front end under it. But we're going to peace out and let you guys go. All right, later.